Welcome to Motivation Wisdom, where we share the insights of great achievers with authentic and high-quality content that offers positive improvement to everyone. Join us on our journey of discovery as we explore timeless wisdom to help us all live better, more meaningful lives. If you are new to our channel or haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable post notifications so you never miss an upload. Each person can be listened to, but not everyone is worth talking to. Life is a constant process of dying. To get married means to have your rights and double your responsibilities. Living happily means living less unhappy. Compassion for animals is so closely related to kindness of character that it is safe to say that he who is cruel to animals cannot be a kind person. A sense of humor is the only divine quality of man. Men are the devils of the earth, and the animals are the tormented souls. Don't tell your friend what your enemy shouldn't know. Most of the time, people take advantage of you when saying you're better at something than they are. We forfeit 3/4 of ourselves in order to be like other people. From the point of view of youth, life is an endless future. From the point of view of old age, it is a very short past. If you have reason to suspect that a person is telling you a lie, look as though you believed every word he said. This will give him courage to go on. He will become vehement in his assertions and in the end, betray himself. A vain person should know that the good opinion of others, which he so achieves, is much easier and more true to create by silence than by talkativeness. Life swings like a pendulum backward and forward between pain and boredom. A high degree of intellect tends to make a man unsocial. Every man takes the limits of his own field of vision for the limits of the world. He who does not like loneliness does not like freedom. It is better to find your mind in silence than in conversation. Hundreds of objects that give people pleasure are boring for a big mind. Politeness is to human nature what warmth is to wax. Sociability of people is not based on love for society, but on the fear of loneliness. If they gossip about you, it means that you are enough not only for yourself, but also for others. Whoever violated trust once loses it forever. The business of the novelist is not to relate great events, but to make small ones interesting. Treat a work of art like a prince. Let it speak to you first. Wealth is like sea water. The more we drink, the thirstier we become, and the same is true of fame. Health so far outweighs all other blessings of life that a truly healthy beggar is happier than a sick king. After your death, you will be what you were before your birth. No rose without a thorn, but many a thorn without a rose. The first 40 years of life give us the text. The next 30 supply the commentary on it. Reading is thinking with someone else's head instead of one's own. People are like watch mechanisms that start and run without knowing why. Hope is the confusion of desire for a thing with its probability. So the problem is not so much to see what nobody has yet seen, as to think what nobody has yet thought concerning that which everybody sees. He who writes carelessly confesses thereby at the very outset that he does not attach much importance to his own thoughts. Intellect is invisible to the man who has none. A fool chases pleasure and finds disappointment. A sage only avoids grief. Compassion is the basis of morality. Religion is the masterpiece of the arts of animal training, for it trains people as to how they shall think. Great men are like eagles and build their nest on some lofty solitude. It is difficult to find happiness within oneself, but it is impossible to find it anywhere else. We can regard our life as a uselessly disturbing episode in the blissful repose of nothingness. Every parting gives a foretaste of death, every reunion a hint of the resurrection. Change alone is eternal, perpetual, immortal. The shortness of life, so often lamented, may be the best thing about it. The safest way of not being very miserable is not to expect to be very happy. We seldom think of what we have, but always that of what we lack. Such is the lot of great people in the world. They are only recognized when they are not alive. Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. Man can do what he wills, but he cannot will what he wills. One should use common words to say uncommon things. The person who writes for fools is always sure of a large audience. If we were not also interested in ourselves, life would be so uninteresting that none of us would be able to endure it. Almost all of our sorrows spring out of our relations with other people. We rarely think about what we have, but we always worry about what we don't have. Fate shuffles the cards and we play. If we happen to hear how half a dozen rams scornfully scold an outstanding person, then we will understand that to value the opinion of people highly will be a lot of honor for them. You should be very careful not to form a very favorable opinion about a person at first acquaintance. Otherwise, in most cases, you will have to be disappointed. He who has lost all hope has also lost all fear. Happiness consists in frequent repetition of pleasure. Mostly it is loss which teaches us about the worth of things. 9/10 of our happiness depends on health. The clever are not so much looking for loneliness as they avoid the fuss created by fools. Each person can be completely himself only while he is alone. Faith is like love. It does not let itself be forced. Ordinary people merely think how they shall spend their time. A man of talent tries to use it. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth. If you enjoyed our motivational quotes, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. But we want to hear from you too. Which was your favorite quote and tell us why? Let us know in the comments below. Also, who else would you like us to feature on our channel? Is there a particular quote that inspires you or motivates you that you'd like us to highlight? Keep pushing yourself to be your best self, and remember, anything is possible with the right mindset and inspiration. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video.